In a deeply disturbing case out of Lynwood, California, three family members, the parents and grandmother of a young boy, have been charged with murder and torture after authorities discovered the boy's body hidden in a cooler filled with ice. According to the Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office, 25-year-old parents Destiny Luckie Harrison and Daniel Alberto Monzon, along with 45-year-old grandmother Ana Carcamo Zarceno, each face one felony count of murder, torture, and child abuse resulting in death, with allegations of willful harm that ultimately led to the child's demise. Authorities say the victim, identified as Isaiah H., was allegedly abused by his parents and grandmother over a prolonged period. A criminal complaint revealed that the torture dated back to April 2025, suggesting months of suffering before his tragic death. The horrifying discovery came on Tuesday, October 28th, when police conducted a welfare check at an apartment complex in Lynwood after a concerned resident reported suspicious activity. When officers entered the unit, they found Isaiah's lifeless body inside a cooler filled with ice. Officials believed the child had died several days earlier, on October 24th, before his body was concealed. Authorities arrested the trio on Wednesday, October 29th, and charged them 2 days later. Each is being held on $2 million in bail, with potential sentences ranging from 32 years to life in state prison if convicted. When it came time for their first court appearance, the emotional tension was evident. While Harrison attended the hearing, she shielded her face with manila file folders, hiding from the press. Monzon refused to appear before the judge, and Zarceno claimed she was too sick to attend. During the initial court proceedings, prosecutors painted a chilling picture of life inside the Lynwood apartment, where young Isaiah H. endured months of unimaginable abuse. Investigators believe the child suffered repeated beatings, starvation, and emotional torment from those who were supposed to love and protect him. The official report described the cruelty as systematic and deliberate, pointing to clear evidence that Isaiah's death was not accidental, but the result of prolonged torture. Authorities revealed that Daniel Monzon and Ana Zarceno were not only involved in the abuse, but also tried to cover up the crime. After Isaiah died from his injuries, investigators allege the pair helped hide the body inside a cooler filled with ice in an attempt to delay decomposition and avoid detection. Both were subsequently charged with being accessories after the fact for trying to conceal the crime. Meanwhile, Destiny Harrison, the child's mother, showed little emotion in court, refusing to make eye contact with anyone. Footage captured by local news outlets showed her silently sitting beside her attorney, hiding her face behind a stack of folders. Observers in the courtroom described the scene as hauntingly quiet, with the air thick with grief and disbelief. As the investigation continued, questions began to arise about how Isaiah's suffering went unnoticed for so long. According to prosecutors, authorities could find no record of the boy ever being enrolled in school, and neighbors reported they rarely saw him outside. The Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office stated that even confirming Isaiah's age was difficult due to the absence of school or medical records, though he is believed to have been around 8 years old at the time of his death. Following the gruesome discovery, police expanded their search of the Lynwood apartment complex and found 3 other children living in the same unit, ages 16, 14, and 9 months. According to investigators, one of the older children was a witness to the abuse and provided crucial information that helped piece together the timeline of Isaiah's suffering and death. All 3 surviving children were immediately removed from the home and placed in protective custody under the care of Los Angeles County Department of Children and Family Services, or DCFS. Neighbors later told reporters that they had occasionally heard loud noises and cries coming from the apartment, but never imagined the extent of what was happening inside. One resident described the family as quiet but strange, saying that the adults rarely spoke to anyone and the children were always kept indoors. Detectives said the apartment where Isaiah's body was found was cluttered and cooled, with the cooler hidden behind a stack of boxes in a corner of the living room. When officers opened it, they found Isaiah's small body wrapped in a blanket and surrounded by ice. The image was so distressing that several investigators had to step outside to regain composure. The Los Angeles County Coroner's Office confirmed that Isaiah died from multiple blunt force injuries consistent with long-term physical abuse. Bruises, burns, and scars were visible across his body, many in different stages of healing. The autopsy report indicated he had suffered prolonged and intentional pain before his death. Authorities are now working to determine whether any previous reports of child abuse had been filed regarding the family. So far, there is no FS or law enforcement had been called to their apartment before Isaiah's death. As the community of Lynwood continues to reel from the horrifying case, prosecutors have vowed to seek the maximum penalty against Destiny Harrison, Daniel Monzon, and Anna Carcamo Zarceno. Each faces 32 years to life in state prison if convicted on all counts. The Los Angeles County District Attorney, George Gascon, described the case as one of the most heartbreaking examples of betrayal and cruelty we've seen in recent years. Authorities say the investigation is still ongoing, with detectives examining digital evidence, phone records, and potential prior incidents of neglect. Prosecutors also revealed that one of the surviving children might be called to testify against the defendants, as the witness allegedly saw portions of the abuse and overheard arguments leading up to Isaiah's death. Meanwhile, the boy's identity has posed challenges for investigators. Because both parents are accused of his murder, official records about his birth and upbringing have been difficult to verify. Officials have stated that Isaiah H. might not have had a legal birth certificate or medical history in California, raising serious concerns about how he slipped through the system unnoticed. Residents of the apartment complex have since created a small memorial site near the building's entrance. Flowers, teddy bears, and handwritten notes now mark the spot where police discovered the boy's body. One message reads, "You deserved love, not pain." The case has sparked widespread outrage across Los Angeles County and renewed calls for stronger child welfare oversight. Advocates are demanding reforms to prevent children like Isaiah from suffering in silence. As legal proceedings move forward, the three defendants remain in custody on $2 million bail each, awaiting their next court appearance. For now, Lynwood mourns a child whose short life ended in tragedy. A boy silenced by those who should have been his protectors.